I thought you did the interior.
You did?
You did. Okay. Where did you start on this car? When you did the buffing?
I started from the top.
You started here?
Yeah.
So you started right there?
And then I continued on this side.
I hate it when you're trying to train someone, the person won't listen, and they won't give you a straight answer. Straight answers are important, and after 6 weeks of working in this situation with this particular thing, it got to a point where when you can't get an answer about something, why didn't you call me? Well, I didn't want to mess your car up. I was thinking that, well, then why didn't you call me? Well, when I went over to the store, I seen that he was there, and, well, why didn't you call me? Well, when I went to the other place, answer my fucking question. That's what it boils down to. If you can't have a conversation with somebody, how can you train them to do anything? Jeez. So, different things like this. This is the most frustrating of the vlogs. It's the end of anything to do on that, and James tried. James did what he could do to try, and it didn't work. And James is a good guy, la-da-da. I don't know what James did to this car, but James didn't do anywhere close to what he'd been trained for 6 weeks to do to this car. So that's that. Here goes the video. In fact, I don't know what he did to the car. Did he even do the buffing on this car? Comment below. Did this guy even buff this car, or did he just like say he did? One owner car guy, oneownercarguy.com. And like I've been saying in these videos before, I have been editing the hell out of these work vlog videos. And this was pretty much the last one where it just, I'll work with anybody, I'll try and train for an awfully long time. But right from the start of the day, dude, when somebody can't get up and isn't up for like 2-3 hours late for like 4 days in a row, it just totally ruins what you're doing. And there was days before that where I wasn't even around for 2-3 days, and he wouldn't even do nothing. And James maybe means well, and he's trying to do well, but the problem is he's not doing well. And he's not putting his mind into his work and getting things done the way he should. This one was just awful. And I'm going to give a little timestamp here, but when I walked out, he wasn't ready. I'm getting ready to go to the gym. And then I want to look at the car with him that we did, and it's just so awful. And he wants to explain to me things. I know what was done. Plain and simple, I know what was done. And I can look at the car and tell it was done. I've done this for so long, it's pitiful. Sometimes you really got to wonder if somebody even does the work that they say they do. I would really like to believe people when they tell me, oh yeah, I did that. But when I look at it and it doesn't look done, and then I take the buffer and put a little bit of polish on it and just run my polisher over it once or something, and it goes, and it looks totally different, I don't know how to put the faith in you. The first like 7 minutes of this is me bitching and just like being, dude, how long can I go on like this? How long can I keep doing this? Then we go to the gym, and I didn't want to sit there and have a workout partner with him for that gym workout. So I said, dude, you do your own thing and I'll do mine, and end up waiting for him outside the gym and all this stuff. And then it's like a long, cold, hard ride home, or 8 minutes of riding home, which is like silence. And he actually broke the silence and started talking. Hey man, I know you're mad and I'd like to talk and break the silence. I like James. He's a good guy. But as far as his work goes and his work ethic, it didn't work out. That's all there is to say about it. And that sucks. It truly sucks. Like I said in previous videos, James always had the chance to come back and work. James didn't want to come back, or he would have worked it out with Samantha. I gave him certain days he could come back. Couldn't work. He said, I'll be back on this day. Well, I can't just have you show up. I'm all over the place, man. I don't even know where I'm going to be. So we gave a couple more days. That wouldn't work either. He says, well, I'll show up on this day. Well, no, you won't. I don't even know what I'm going to be doing that day. So it's hard to work out scheduling, I guess. He had to go home for personal reasons and stuff and take care of some things, and that's understandable. He was out here for, I think, 4 weeks or something. Did a lot of hanging out, having fun. I consider him a friend. But just the way the work went, I don't feel like he put his all in. And you can look in the video and see the stuff and see the video, and the man didn't put his all in. The work didn't look good. And he didn't do what he showed on 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 cars. Put down here whether you think he even did the job or not. I will give you the chance to work, to do your thing, and just free range to go out there and work at something and show your best. I'll give you that many times. And when you keep doing it and fucking it up and telling me you're doing it right and arguing with me about what needs to be done, I don't have time for that. I know what I'm doing. My work looks fucking A plus, plus plus. My work is good. And I'll tell you, oh, well, it looks like crap because anything that I've got, it's old paint. I don't want to hear somebody talking crap about how I'm buffing an old paint job and it's not coming out shiny enough. Of course it's not. It's an old paint job. But I know what it's supposed to look like, and when I hire somebody to do it, they better at least run the goddamn buffer over it a couple times. I got me in the background. I hate it. I'm trying to show somebody what to do, and they just won't do it. And I can't get through to them to make sure, and when you're covering up one window, think about covering up another. Walk around the lot and pull out some weeds. Do some work. Come up with some work. Don't just tell me there's nothing. I went through 9 cars with this guy. And on the 9th car, he still wasn't any better than he was on the first car. The only thing he was better at was making excuses.
Let's see what he's up to. What's up, Ron?
Hey, how are you, man?
Good? You need anything out of the way or anything?
Not yet.
Well, I hit up James. Asked him if he wanted to go. Never heard back from him. So, I'm going to take that as a no and get my ass on the road. If that fucking Volvo will start. What's up, dude?
Hey, man.
You wouldn't even answer me.
I didn't even hear you, dude. I passed right back out.
Passed
you driving
out.
this car?
No, I'm gonna take the Volvo if it starts. Let's look at this before we go. Let's look at this before we go. So he buffed this yesterday after I showed him some stuff. I thought you did the interior.
I did.
You did. Okay. Where did you start on this car? When you did the buffing?
I started from the top.
You started here?
Yeah.
So you started right there?
And then I continued on this side.
Started right next to what I did and couldn't even make it look the same. Am I gonna come get you and stuff? Follow me. What'd you use on the interior?
In terms of the interior, I did a vacuum job.
No, what did you use on the interior?
Chemical-wise?
Bingo.
I just used...
I've already showed you how to do it. You didn't use any chemical. What do you mean? I've showed you how to do it. So you didn't use anything on the seat and do it like you were supposed to.
I just wasn't sure if you wanted me to scrub any of that because...
Do you have a phone that I gave you?
I called you
Okay, okay, let's go look at this here. You think your work looks like mine? Your work is pathetic.
I told you, I said the
It's pathetic.
I said the trunk.
Everything you did is pathetic, and it's a waste of time, James. James did stuff on the BMW. He did it all wrong. So, let's see about doing it all right. You said you got it all yesterday. Why would there be stuff left in here?
I just had to put a fuse box. Better?
Yeah, the seats look entirely different, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay, let's look at this.
See what's on the dry it.
Get the water blade. Okay, how can you go through something and you see what I did, and you go through and you start doing it, it looks like this, and you keep going?
No excuse, Nate.
I didn't ask you no excuse. I asked you a question because I'm trying to train you, and you're showing yourself untrainable. Now I'm asking you simple questions, just like yesterday. I asked you, which car did that hit? You go, it flew over there. How does it flew over there answer my question, James?
I don't know.
You don't know?
Doesn't.
Not answer my question here either. And I need an answer. You can't tell you're doing a shitty job? I need a picture of shitty job. Okay, Glass, take a picture. If I show somebody how to do something and I waste my time with you saying, oh, I want to learn this and I want to do this and I want to be a car guy and I want to be trained and you know what you're doing and I want to learn this, and you blow smoke up my ass for fucking weeks, and then I ask you to do something and show you again after showing you on other cars, and this, no, it's not even that. It's a double whammy. The seats. I just got done going over with you on the Grand Prix where you couldn't figure out to scratch the carpet or do something like that. That's something you obviously knew, and you still couldn't connect the dots. Why couldn't you connect the dots to do the interior correctly? You didn't even do it, James, but yet you told me it was done. If you don't have an answer for nothing, then obviously you're not thinking about nothing. And you just have your brain dead doing something that doesn't do right. And I don't know how to make that work.
I don't have answers for you when I do something wrong.
Okay, well, if you're doing something in life, you better have an answer as to what you're going to say when somebody asks you something about it. The I don't have an answer doesn't work.
I just don't want to give you an excuse. Nate, you told me how to do it. There's nothing I can say.
So what makes you not connected? What makes it to where I pay you to do something and it's not done? I don't understand.
Just being lazy. That was lazy. There's no excuse. You showed me how to do all of that. I didn't do it.
I don't get this. I just don't get this, and I don't see where it's going to be worth my time to keep showing somebody something and you're not putting it into work. I don't. Am I supposed to believe you're going to see something else this time? I mean, I don't know what to say.
No, I'm going to get stuck this time.
I'm not so sure. Not so sure I even want you doing it. And as much time as it took you took the time as if you did it right. But yet it's just all wrong. Hello.
Hey, how you doing, sir?
Good. What can I do for you?
Yeah, I'm on YouTube. I see you got a lot of old cars for sale. You still have some of them old cars?
Just go to oneownercarguy.com and anything you see, give me a call.
Just go to where?
oneownercarguy.com.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
Of course I care about the paint, James.
Well, I mean, in terms of this happening, that's okay.
Did I just do that again? I told you all about that last time. I went over that with you in great detail. Obviously, you didn't listen to a word I said, or you'd already know the answer to that. And that's what gets me. Is rather than train you to do something 16 times, I could just do it myself every day, and it just takes a little bit longer, but you know what? It'll look better and it'll be right. And I won't have to tell nobody nothing. And that's my problem with this shit. I mean, this is an hour job. And like, next thing you know, you got 5.5 hours into doing it wrong. Yeah, I care about the fucking paint. Don't take it all off. Some of it's going to come off, though. That's life.
Okay. I'm gonna get this.
Stuff like this has to be blended in. Look. Half the problem is you don't pay attention, you don't listen, you don't look at what people are saying, you're not listening. This is simple.
Yes, sir.
This is really easy. I don't know why to be a problem. Yes, I care about my paint. Yes, some of it's going to obviously come out, just like I explained when I did this, very in-depth.
Okay.
You're keeping this thing, and it should go faster for you. Don't work with an area more than about that big. That's about how big you want to do at a time. I'm doing smaller areas, but I'm showing you something. Keep it flat. And you can go up a little bit along the edges. And you'll feel it and hear it bind up a little bit, and it'll start to hop a little bit. You can even see right there where, and I don't care. If it was good paint, we could take all that and get it looking really good. But I don't care to make it perfect. I care to make it shiny and nice.
Yes, sir.
Did you do the chrome on this or no?
I did, but after the rain and everything got on there.
Okay, you shouldn't have to do the sides again.
Sides look good?
No, the sides don't really look that good, but they look okay, and we just need to stick to the tops.
Okay.
Get it water bladed off. Water blade the whole car off,
Yes, sir.
but dry the hood before, that way it's getting dry. Because you're gonna, that was really dry. This ain't drying out so well.
Okay.
But as you can see, something that's been buffed right beads up and looks different. The shit you did all wrong looks like shit and it doesn't beat up. It's very simple. This still has clear coat on it, so I could wipe this by hand like with that stuff and it would beat up. This stuff takes some work, and you can see that little spot was beaded up, and these little spots are beaded up, and you got that spot good or something, but you can tell what's happening here. So really, you don't got to hit all this that hard when you're hitting it. You just got to get this to match. Watch out and stay away from these kind of places. You can tell where it's going to be light at. Just don't hit them as hard. Try and put some pressure on it, and don't get up on your edges. You can see right here, that's going to be light. These spots are going to be the light ones. And there's going to be some stuff right here.
Okay.
Whatever, it's just going to look.
I'll get it done, sir.
James has been working on the Beamer. Thought that was on. Can't tell. He should have done a better job. Is it looking better?
How is it, Nate?
Well, that's,
I just don't like the roof, dude.
well, that's live.
I lost a lot of paint up there. Is that good?
It's Appaloosa. You lost a lot of paint there, too.
Yeah.
You lost a lot more paint than me. Well, that's live.
Is it good, though?
Well, it's not got no paint on it, but it looks better. You sure took a lot more paint off than I did. Wow. This piece here hasn't even been touched.
Okay. I'll get it done.
And it would be best with the buffer.
Okay.
Yeah, it looks like the whole bottom rock guard hasn't been done. Did you do the rock guard?
This? No.
No, the rock guard.
This?
No, down.
Oh, sorry. No.
Just hit that real quick, but get this thing wrapped up.
Yes, sir.
The seats look a lot better. They look brand new. Did you look under the front? You said you... Actually, we did the motor when I was here. Did we do anything? Well, that answers my question. Look in here real quick. Up in here, in that motor cage, you can see the motor going all the way down. And that's going to have to be done. All these cross members here have to be done.
Okay.
And this is all things that when I wasn't here, I mean, it's so much stuff that you could have done right. The bottom of this thing here. Or just the bottom of the oil pan. I want it all knocked off. I mean, there's fucking twigs coming out of here still. I mean...
Showed me how it was like this.
And I don't want to spend a lot of time on it because it's a cheap ass car. And if I don't get it pictured today, it's going to really suck because we're going to have to rewash it again. So we got about 2 hours, hour and a half, which should be about plenty of time. The bottom looks a lot better.
That's what I wanted you to take a look at, the bottom here.
Well, you just didn't get it all even. You didn't get the... You missed spots.
Okay, I'll give you
no, don't do that no more. No more buffing. We're done with that.
Okay.
When you're doing the stuff, you can hit it up on these areas really hard with the rag.
Okay.
And you're going to use the square brush like that. That's the bigger, shorter one for the wheel wells.
I know exactly what you're talking about.
You can use that on it a bit too, and that'll get in the crevices and kind of get this out a little bit because some of it might just be polish in there.
Okay.
But all this will come off with the wash and it'll look good. Just make sure that you blow off all this stuff off the rubber. Time yourself here. It's just wheel wells and a quick wash. It shouldn't be no more than 30 minutes. It's not a long process.
Yes, sir.